What's up, y'all? Welcome back to Seton Hill Studios. Hope you're having a great day so far. Well, the algorithm's been kind to me. It's been popping up all kinds of amazing musicians as recommendations based on the videos we've been watching. And today, I'm sure, is no exception. We're checking out Luca Stricagnoli doing his acoustic guitar arrangement of Bittersweet Symphony by The Verve. The thumbnail caught my eye on this one because it looked like he was playing two guitars at once, which is bound to be exciting. Can't wait to dig in and check it out. But before we get going, a couple ways you guys can continue to support the channel. You can become a member right here on YouTube, get access to all sorts of perks. You could also head over to Patreon if that doesn't work for you and become a member there, get access to a whole nother set of exclusive perks. And as always, if you want a priority request, you can donate through Buy Me a Coffee and get that going. Never expected. Much appreciated. You guys are amazing. So glad to be along for this ride with you. But without further ado, let's get into it. All right, y'all. Luca Stricagnoli with his acoustic guitar arrangement of Bittersweet Symphony by The Verve. Let's get into it, see what it's all about. That guitar sounds amazing. Oh, that's cool. Where do these guys come from? Like, they're just built different. Like, there's so many of them now that are just innovating on the instrument, just young guns that are just crazy virtuoso level, just instrumentalists and musicians, man. Wow. So, couple things going on here. The cool thing that I saw that was kind of unique that I don't know that I've ever seen before is he's got like a thin piece of metal or plastic or something that's like bent and taped to the top of his guitar that he's using to like slap down on the top of the guitar to create like a snare sound. And then he's doing, the wrist bump stuff to get the kick drum style sound. But this percussion stuff sounds really good. It's a totally different sound than like smacking the top of the board or even like flicking your fingernail. It's probably close to flicking your fingernail, but there's a lot more attack with this thing. It's got a real cool sound. He's also, his independence of his right and left hand technique and like the way he's separating out these rhythms is wild. He's finger picking out the melody of the song that we all know. I mean, I think everybody's heard this original song at some point. But it's not even just that. He's not just walking a bass line in the back. Like, he's actually like arpeggiating out the chords with just his left hand. So, he's landing that root bass note with his pointer finger, and then he's using his other fingers, no right hand involvement whatsoever, to pluck strings and fret other notes. And his finger strength is off the charts. Muting technique for stuff like that as well is that's unbelievable. Like, that's not an easy thing to do, and this dude is a master. Holy crap. And those aren't easy rhythms that he switched to in the bass there with his left hand. Fluid legato hammer-ons and pull-offs, man. So clean. So those guitars sound phenomenal. They're so full. This dude's taken what should be two people, and he's just like, you know what? If you want something done right, do it yourself. And he's just, oh my goodness. This dude's brain is so big. I don't know how else to describe it. Like, he he's doing so much, and they're not little simple. We're not just out here playing Twinkle and Mary Had a Little Lamb. Like, these are complex rhythms. He's playing melodies, and he's got to arrange it and do it in such a way that people recognize the song. And if I heard this, I'm absolutely, oh, it's Bittersweet Symphony. Like, it's so clean, it's so well done. Dude's nuts. Also, that's a violin bow. And there's a harmonica up there that I noticed as well on that mic stand. I don't know, maybe that's just part of his whole set. I don't know if this was done live. I have no idea where dude is. He looks like he's at a carnival or a fair or something, just out here, just putting on a show for folks. But I'm interested to see if he pull those out, or if those are maybe a part of the rest of his set or something. I don't really know how he would incorporate them. I'm sure that he would do an amazing job and it would be super cool. But I'm anxious to see if he incorporates those. Every note is perfect. Oh, man. So I think I've talked about this in some other videos, but like that technique there of creating those false harmonics, he's basically just taking a finger, putting it, just kind of resting it on the string. You can do it at a couple different intervals. It sounded like there he was just doing it with an octave, and he's just following patterns. He wasn't picking there, so he was just doing it all seemingly on the same fret there. But that's tough to get clean if you've never tried to do it. I don't know that you really have the respect for it until you actually sit down and try to do it, and do it cleanly to where it really rings out and there's no string noise and there's no extra stuff in there. And that was nice. Also, he's reaching for the bow. All right, I'm not even gonna say anything else. I want to see. I wonder what tuning he's in. So that was super cool. He didn't try to do anything flashy or real wild or anything. He just recreated kind of the string section there. In the way that he built it, going from one string to then incorporating multiple strings, and creating a whole chordscape there. That was awesome. It was nothing other than a texture, but it added so much. Like, just to think of, well, my guitar's in an open tuning. I could probably just bow that. Like, what? Who does that? Also, that contraption on there next to the capo is super cool. I've seen them before, where you attach them to your guitar and you can actually use it to fret individual strings, like in place of your fingers. So instead of like a traditional capo that frets all 6 strings or however many strings you put it on at the same fret, you could actually take an individual string and you can create all kinds of different, really kind of impossible tunings with that to really do whatever you need it to do. So like for this song, I'm sure he's not just in an open tuning. He probably has a very specific tuning so that he can play all these melodies, because he is playing on 2 different guitars. And so, he obviously very specific in what he's doing. But yeah, that thing's really cool. I've not seen one of those in a long time. And I've never seen anyone actually like changing it in the middle of a song. So like when he reached for the bow, he also flipped that device off of the low E string and then he put it back. So he's changing tunings just mid song, like it's just a casual thing you do, and it's not. It's for the real guitar players out there. Look how clean that is. His left hand. Whoa, whoa, whoa. That right there, nothing's changed, right? With the tuning, at this point, it's back the way it was. But the way that he struck the strings there, it sounded like a harp. I almost missed it because I was running my mouth. I want to go back and hear that again. All right, I'm going to be quiet. Now we get the harmonica action. Oh my gosh. Wow. Then he just walks off. Cool guys don't look at explosions. Oh my goodness, man. That part at the end, he went for the harmonica, but then he switched to just playing the one guitar because he's doing the harmonica stuff and brings that in, a whole new element. But then he brought over all of the percussive stuff he's doing with his right hand. So we didn't lose that kick and snare sound that he was doing, and he's just started incorporating it in the midst of all the chord changes and all the strumming that he was doing. This guy's a monster. Wow, what a talent. Whew. Man, I can honestly say I've never seen anything like that before. My man was playing two guitars at once. He started playing harmonica. He's making harp sounds. He's got a bow. He's got a capo and that other contraption that can fret individual strings for him. And he utilized all of it flawlessly, effortlessly. So clean. The dude is clearly a master of the craft, and he's put the work in. Can't believe I never heard of him before or checked out any of his stuff, but now got to go down the rabbit hole because he's incredible, man. What a performance. Wow. All right, y'all. If you like what you saw, make sure that you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to ring that notification bell so you're made aware every time we drop new content. Appreciate you guys, and as always, we'll see you on the next one.